Unboxing a TackLife 5000 LM work light coming up on ThriftyAV. In my previous video, I got this TackLife 5000 LM work light in the mail. Let's open this box up and see what we got here. Secured with a little piece of tape. Instruction manual. I'll get into that in a minute. The light itself. Some foam in the box. I don't know if you can tell, but there are 10 rows and 10 columns of LEDs on here. So that's 100 individual LEDs. Model LWL3B. I believe I have the 50-watt variety. This 5,000 lumens. Color temperature is 5,000 K. Okay, this is indeed the 50-watt, 5,000 lumen version of this light. So let's mount it onto the base and turn the thing on. Looks good on here. Let's see what this other piece of literature is. So 30-day on the return, 3 months on defective. If I register an additional 3 months, and within 24 months we will provide timely and effective online after-sales service after your purchase. Not sure what that means. And here's how you return it if there's a problem. Let's see if there's a problem. Okay, it's now plugged in, so here is the moment of truth. That is bright. All right, for comparison purposes, a 300-watt halogen work light puts out about 6,000 lumens. This is putting out about 5,000 lumens. So it's not quite as bright as a 300-watt halogen, but it is still plenty bright. I don't have any 300-watt halogen bulbs, but I do have this 500-watt halogen bulb. I'm going to install it in this old halogen work light. It doesn't say what the color temperature is on this bulb, but we're going to compare this 500-watt halogen to the TackLife and see how they stack up. I'm using a paper towel to hold this bulb so I don't get my fingers on it, because oil from skin can cause these things to bubble up and not work right. Now the contacts on this old work light are a little bit corroded, but we'll see what happens when I plug it in. Okay, the halogen is much more yellow than the TackLife. It is brighter, but it's 500 watts and putting out quite a bit of heat. It's like a little personal heater over here. The TackLife is a much cooler light. I can put my hand right here, no problem. I would not put my hand nearly as close to that halogen bulb. About a year ago, I paid almost as much for this Intertek 21-watt LED light that I did for this TackLife. This one was purchased at Home Depot. The lens is exaggerating the size of this element array. It's hard to tell, but it appears to have 16 individual LED elements in this little circular array. So let's plug it in and compare it to the TackLife. Looks pretty bright right now. Let's turn on the TackLife. Doesn't look so bright now. The color temperatures match, however. That's slightly more yellow than this. This is slightly bluer. but it is a pretty close match color temperature wise. This is a 45 watt CFL that I use for my YouTube videos, and it has a color temperature of 5,500 Kelvin as opposed to 5,000 Kelvin on my TackLifes. The TackLife appears much brighter, but that might have to do with the reflector built into this light, whereas this is just a CFL bulb reflecting off of an umbrella. This is a light that I normally have mounted on my camera. It's a Neewer PT-176S, 11 watts, and it's adjustable brightness. Of course, the auto gain is adjusting as I brighten it. Setting it next to the TackLife, it is considerably dimmer even at its brightest setting. For my final test, I've waited for it to get dark outside. Right now I'm shining a flashlight around, and here's what the flashlight is able to do. Now I'm going to turn off the flashlight and turn on this TackLife, and that certainly brightened things up. So this might be a handy light for a night shoot. The bugs seem to be attracted to it. I think I'm going to like this light. I have several ideas for this TackLife light, including building a softbox around it for video production purposes. Also, in my next unboxing, I'm going to measure the intensity of that light with this meter, along with the other lights in my collection. So stay tuned. If you enjoyed this video or any other in the ThriftyAV series, please like and subscribe. Thank you to my patrons. Any small pledge will help keep ThriftyAV going. And remember, stay thrifty, everyone.